Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. And look at my hot mess. I cleaned out my freezer down there, and this, with the exception of the chicken, which we are definitely going to cook that up, this is all fruit. And I am going to mix it all together, crush it up, and make some beautiful mixed fruit jam for my market stand. But I also need to make peanut butter cookies. And I love making peanut butter cookies this way. They're ready to go. So I'm gonna get these on here, get these in the oven, because I'm gonna make up this entire bag. But I'm gonna store this in my freezer. Wow, dude, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven. We're going to set a timer for 14 minutes. Maybe. I can't use her because she shuts my camera off. So, okay. I think I got it. Anyway, so I am going to start dumping these berries into this bowl and just set them aside and let them thaw out. None of them are sweet, so I don't have to worry about that. But it is blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Those ones I'm going to have to hold off on because those, and blueberries, and then a mixed berry blend. So we'll have fun with these. A lot of little amounts. But this will be delightful. I might hold off on those blueberries and make some muffins with them. We might make some blueberry muffins. Let's get that in there. I'm also going to can those plums up. I found a really nice recipe for them. So, that's what I'm going to use. Okay. And these. Those are partially freeze-dried, but I'm still going to use them because they will get out of there. They'll rehydrate. So there, we're going to have quite a bit of jam. I am not saving any of these. My garbage is like almost overflowing. I'm going to set these back in the freezer for a minute because we are going to use those. You know what? No, we're not. Take a look, friends. I got all these dried blueberries that Miss Tracy gave me to make muffins with. So we're going to go ahead and throw these berries in here. Perfect. All right. Now it's going. Come on, get out of there. Okay. The trash bin is almost starting to look like what is those puzzles that keep stacking up? Tetris or something? Ha! All right, that's going to sit over there. These strawberries, I'm going to let thaw, and I'm going to, because they got put in the freezer with the greens still on them. I am going to use them in there, but I'm going to clean them first. Take the greens off. All right, I want to show you something. If you look over there, that is all meat from my freezer. Sausage and burger and ham chunks, and then I got chicken over here. I got meatballs in there. We're gonna cook that up, and we're gonna make that into some freezer meals. Why not? But first, we're gonna do this chicken. I'm gonna cook that up. I'm gonna stick as much as I can in the instant. I love my Instant Pot. I use it quite often. Okay, maybe we'll do some chicken wraps or something like that we can put in the freezer. And then we'll probably have some nice broth after the fact. Well, this isn't going to sit right here, but I'm going to put these are chicken legs. We're going to put those in there. I don't know if I can fit that in there. Oh, barely. Okay. Maybe if I bang these up a little bit. Alright, I knocked them apart. So we'll be able to get those in there too. Up under there. These aren't freezer burnt. You know what? Nope. Those aren't freezer burnt. They're still good. Alright. We got it. Now, all I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to put a little salt and pepper. Hello?
Hello. Hello, friends.
I'm going to put a little salt and pepper in here. There we go. About a teaspoon of each. I'm going to put, about 1.5 cups of water in there. That'll give us a little extra broth. Okay. All right. We're going to put this lid on. I'm going to plug this in. And you know what? I could probably just get my extension cord. My friend is going to put a plug in my island for me, but we just haven't had time yet. Okay, that's plugged in. So we're going to pressure cook this. And it's frozen, so I'm going to do about 45 minutes. There we go. Good. I'm going to clean this up, and we'll be right back. So we got these. We got these. Yeah. We got these two. We'll cook these two. Here.
Doesn't it take longer than those, though?
No, well, that's okay. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. We're back. He said, "Is this sausage patties up here?" I said, "Yeah." "Are you gonna cook these?" "Yeah." I think you can just peel those apart. These are what we found in the freezer. He's gonna go get us English muffins. And then we're gonna make some breakfast sandwiches with them. With a slice of cheese. We don't even have to make the egg this time. Just do cheese and sausage and an English muffin. That'd be good, huh? Oh my goodness. Yeah, get that, please. Thank you. I'll open these ones up. These ones are going to take a little longer, but that's all right. Okay, I'm not going to try and break those up anymore. Our cookies are done, so this is going in next. Yeah, and I can wrap them up and put them in the freezer, and those are quick. You can even heat those up in your microwave. There you go. All right. We'll throw these in the oven. It's at 350. But I think we should raise that heat to 400. So we're going to do 400. All right.
Bye, friends.
He's so fun. Okay. There is absolutely no rhyme nor reason for this video. I'm just bringing you along with us. It's Sunday today, and I usually don't do much of anything on Sunday, But I got a lot of stuff to do and I cannot find my spatula. Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, let me find right in front of my face. Okay, I'm gonna put these cookies. I got a little rack over here for my cookies, so it's out of the way of everything else. I'm gonna put these cookies on there. And I'm just gonna leave this set aside because you can see me, I am gonna bake more cookies. That shouldn't take too long for those to cook. This is just building up pressure. So that's gonna take a while. Our fruit is starting to thaw. That's gonna take a couple hours though, I bet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on cooking this meat. And I'm gonna think of what I can do. This is bacon, so I can take this and I can just cook this up, crumble it, put it in the freezer. You know, my one down here that's gonna be ready for, it's gonna be ingredients ready for freezer meals. So I'll put the bacon down in there. I'll probably, the smoked sausage, I think I'm just gonna chop this up because you know what this is good for is that skillet dinner I made, the sausage and macaroni. Mr. Wayna loved it. I also got more, look at this crazy thing. I also got more of these, I can't pronounce it, kukuzis. Some people say kukuzi, some people say guguzi. I got more of them. These are the long Italian zucchinis. I got 1.5, and I'm gonna prep these up and get these in the freezer too because my husband loved that soup I made. I think with the meatballs, I got quite a few meatballs here. I think with this, I'm gonna make a, these are some nice meatballs. I'm gonna make a nice baked spaghetti and meatballs with that, a freezer meal. That'll be good. And I might just go ahead and get the noodles and get them cooking, the spaghetti noodles. Okay, we'll get that going. I don't need to make a whole lot because I'm only gonna probably have one good pan of spaghetti and meatballs. All right, so we'll put this over here. And we'll get that boiling. And we'll get some spaghetti noodles cooked up. Okay, our water is boiling for our, it's warm. Our water is boiling for our noodles, and I'm gonna take these out. All right, those are just gonna cool for 1 second while I put a nice handful of noodles in my water there. Remember, the only time you can season the noodles is when they're cooking. Don't put salt in your pan before it boils because it can destroy your pan. It can pit it and do all kinds of problems to it. All right, I'm gonna put a couple good handfuls in here. Perfect. I still keep wanting to go over to the counter and get my utensils. All right. So we're gonna cook those just to al dente. I'm just gonna set these on this paper plate with some paper towels to absorb the excess grease. And then we'll be able to make some English muffin sandwiches. Now my husband went and got English muffins, but they only had one package, so we only got 6 muffins. All right, these are gonna go back in until they are done. And I might just chop those up once they're cooked and freeze them for like potato soup and stuff like that. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna let those cool. That's got 23 minutes left to go. Those are gonna be good. We'll go ahead and we'll make him one. Do you want it toasted, mister?
Yes, please.
Okay. We'll get his toasted. We'll put a slice of cheese up for him.
Can I have two?
You want two? Absolutely. And then I'll make the rest up and I'll get them in the freezer. Usually I would just kind of lightly toast those in the oven, but I've got that sausage in there, so I don't want to do that. Okay, we got one that's lightly toasted. We got another one going in. Okay. I'm going to take all this off there. We'll give them that square one. Do you want a little mayo on it or
No, just butter.
just butter? Okay. There's one for him. There's two. And we'll put two of them on there for him. So there's his breakfast sandwiches, quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm not gonna butter the other ones, but I am just going to toast them lightly. Get these toasted up. And I'll put these sandwiches together as they're toasting. So when I get them done, toasted, I'll be back. Okay, the sandwiches are done. We're gonna see if we can't stuff them back in here. Maybe, maybe not. That's working. Perfect. Okay. Those are nice. Those can go in the freezer. All right, we're gonna put those right in this freezer up here because they'll be good for breakfast. Now, I know our noodles are done. I'm gonna drain these. Okay, I drained the noodles. I rinsed them with cold water so they wouldn't continue to cook, and I doused them with some olive oil so they don't stick together. These are done. So now we're gonna turn this off and we're gonna start it over at 350 for the cookies. So I'm gonna continue doing cookies. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put these on this tray until they cool off, and then I'll be able to cut them up. This tray, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put these meatballs on this tray.
Them are breakfast sausages, ain't they?
Yep. Oh, you want some? They're hot. Oh, flip these right side up, friends. Okay, those are gonna go in the oven, and these can cook at 350. So those are gonna cook. What you want on it?
Cheese.
Well, you got the cheese over there. You just wanna.
Where?
The cheese is in the fridge. I just put it away. Mr. Wayna gets what Mr. Wayna wants. He's a hungry man. How many of you have husbands who are loitering around the kitchen when you're cooking goodies? I love it. I love it. He's my taste tester. And you know what, friends? You really should try the fried chicken. In the few videos back that I did, cooking fried chicken outside. We have our neighbor, Larry. I want that wrapped up in there so it melts. He never eats the skin on chicken. He said he never eats the skin on chicken. But he got chicken from us. He come and ate with us. We had, what, 15, 16 people? No, we had 19 people. And I fed them all fried chicken and potato wedges. Well, Larry told my husband that was the best fried chicken he's ever had. And he said, I never eat chicken skin. He says, but I gobbled that chicken skin down. It was so good. What are you doing? Yeah, oh yeah, he just gobbled it down. But you want to know the secret to that beautiful taste and skin? I use equal parts of flour and cornstarch. And then you season it up. And I always season my chicken, not just the flour. That's how it works. All right, that's going to sit there and cool. What have we got going? We've got those in the oven. Okay, that'll be easy to put together. I've got sweet potatoes coming out my ears. So that ham that I found in the fridge, we're going to do a sweet potato and ham hash. And you can cook that up, bake it in the oven. You can put it in Ziploc bags and then just take however much or little you want out. So it's going to be perfect. So we'll do the sweet potato hash. Okay, friends. I'm going to show you this hash. It's wonderful. Okay. Okay. Well, that's all right. I'll peel them on here and then put it in there. Get your potatoes peeled up. I got some nice big sweet potatoes. If I need another one, I will put another one in there because they're all different sizes. Was that good? Oh, you're taking a nap. You got a full belly. Sometimes Mr. Wayna will say to me, I'll say, you want some eggs and toast for breakfast? No, he says, I would love some. He says, but I got work to do, and you know me, I'll just want to go to sleep after I eat. That's Mr. Wayna. He gets his belly all full and takes a nap. That's all right. We'll get this. We'll get all this. We'll keep right on it cooking. I can't take a nap in the middle of the day. Well, it's noon, and I can't take a nap. I'd never sleep at night. All right. We're going to wash these up real quick. Okay, now we're just going to cut these, and we're going to dice these. I'm going to cut up a nice big red onion in here. I got my fan going so that works too. If you've got to chop onions, put a fan so it's blowing at you, and it will literally blow all those vapors from the onion away from your eyes, and you don't cry. Works beautifully. So give it a try. All right, so there's our onion. One nice big onion in there. You don't have to use red onion. It's all I've got left, fresh. So with that, I've got peppers that are frozen. And we're going to throw them in here. Because we want peppers in here. And these are all different colored peppers. And of course they'll break up too. You can put in however many you want. I'm going to put in a few more. These peppers are wonderful. All right, so now we're going to put some olive oil in here, and we're going to be a little generous with it. Maybe like a 1/4 cup. And we're going to put a little bit of parsley in here. We're going to put a little bit of garlic in here. Now you season yours the way you want to, because that's exactly what I'm doing. And then we're going to have a nice bunch of salt. And a nice bunch of pepper. Perfect. And we're just going to give this a mix. And then we're going to lay it on our tray and we're going to put it in the oven. All right, it's mixed up and I think everything's coated really good. So here we go. I'm going to put it right on our tray. And get all the goodies out of there. We're going to spread this around. Look, doesn't it look gorgeous? And then this can go right there. So there we go. We got 2 things in there. We're making progress, friends. I am going to clean the little bit of mess up I have so I don't have a huge mess when I'm done. Kind of like give my kitchen a reset. And then I will be back and we'll continue on with our day of cooking. How many of you were hollering at me, "My God, Renee, you forgot the ham." I forgot to put the ham in it. I think that hasn't been in there that long. We're just going to lay it right on top because it'll all mix in as it cooks. Beautiful. Okay, that's going to go back into the oven. And it's not screaming hot, but it's a little bit warm. Okay, friends. This sausage is nice and cooled off, and I'm gonna cut it right on here. And I'm gonna get it ready. Now, I've got a package with 2 brats in it, and I've also got some bulk sausage. And it's just small amounts, so I'm gonna cook those up, and those are gonna go right in with this in the same package for potato soup. It works wonderful. So we're gonna just chop these up. I got my little baggie right here. I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to set it in the freezer for now until the others are done because I don't want the meat sitting out. So that's going to go right here in our little freezer until the rest is done. The meatballs that are finished. and they're wonderful. So, what we're gonna do, okay? I've got my home canned tomato sauce. Now the last time I made them some baked spaghetti, they said it needed more sauce. They like it real saucy. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it in there. I'm gonna take 1 can of tomato paste because I want to thicken this up really good. Come on out of there. I don't want no waste. Okay. And we're just gonna mix that together. My tomato sauce is already seasoned, but I am gonna put a little more salt and pepper in. I don't need to add any more garlic or any of that, but I am going to add more salt and pepper. And my kids will love it. There. Okay. Let's put that away. We're still going to take a little taste of this and make sure it is seasoned well. That is. That's seasoned beautifully. And I'm going to just set them right in here. Right all on here. They're beautiful. And they're gonna love it. Okay, we got that. Looks good. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna spread this all on here. Also going to do this one. They want it saucy. It's going to be saucy. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get this mixed up just a little bit in here. I'm going to sprinkle this on the top. About 2 good cupfuls. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to put a cover on this. This is going to be good freezer meal. And this is baked spaghetti, and I'm going to put extra sauce. meatballs. Bake at 350 for about 40 minutes. Beautiful. Thought. Okay, that's done. We can stick that in the freezer as well. Okay, so I got that all washed off. We're gonna look at that. I'm gonna bring that out and we're gonna give that a mix. Oh, it's looking beautiful. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Is that a nice mix? And I can go back in there for a little bit longer. Looks gorgeous. Okay, now with this one, we can set this over here. That's for the cookies. I'm going to cook the bacon on this one. Well, I got that wrapped up really good. Okay. There's still a little frozen there. But we'll get it. I could just leave these whole and use them for BLTs as well. The bacon strips. Be good with that too, because tomatoes are going to be coming soon. All our tomatoes are late this year. And I'm not the only one. Because I usually buy tomatoes from a gentleman over in House Farm. And he said they're not ready yet. They got to be about another week. Well, it seemed like last year this time I was, neck deep into tomatoes. So, I don't know. All right, so that can go. Let me wash my hands off. Okay, so this go in the oven right there. All right, our Instant Pot is all done. Beautiful. Oh, that smells wonderful. Oh, I've got just tons and tons of broth in there. Okay, we can take the breast meat out. And we can shred that up. And then I'll have to debone the legs. Let's see. I don't want that skin on there. These you can just break up with your tongs. They break up and shred so easy. You might do a barbecue with this. I'm not sure yet. Sometimes if you got a lot, you can shred your chicken with a mixer. Like the hand mixer, cake mixer, whatever, works pretty good. We're just gonna let all that cool so I can work with it once it's cold. Okay, friends, all of my stuff's out of the oven. My bacon's done and my sweet potato and ham hash is done. So now my oven's still going, so I am going to continue to bake these cookies because I need to get these baked up for the market stand. And I love that when I have time, I'll whip together a big bunch of these, like a double batch, and just like this, get them already in the freezer, and it's perfect. Then when I need them for the market stand, or even company or whatever, then I can just put them right in the oven, and it's perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to take this bacon. I'm going to lay it right on this paper towel so it drains and it cools. And then I'm just going to package it, and I'm going to leave it whole for the freezer. And if I find a tomato in the garden today that's nice and ripe, we may just have this for dinner tonight. Not all of it, but you know. All right, we're going to leave that pan there to cool. And I know a lot of people save the bacon grease, but I don't. Okay, with this chicken, we're gonna make chicken lasagna. So I'm gonna get this all shredded up, and Mr. Wayne is gonna go to the store for me because I don't have cottage cheese. And yes, it does call for ricotta cheese when you do lasagna, but that's so expensive. You can do it with cottage cheese, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll get this all shredded up, deboned, and I'll be back with you, and we'll turn this into some beautiful chicken lasagna. Okay, friends, oh, don't break my glasses. I don't want to break them. They can't get my glasses right, so I need those ones. Our hash is done. Our sweet potato and ham hash. Sweet potatoes, ham, onions, and peppers. And I'm just going to put them in these containers to freeze them. Right in there. This is good for one, too, you know. Actually, this would be a good serving for 2 people because you make some eggs with them. And you know what I'd do with these to reheat them? And I know people are going to ask me. You could pop this in a microwave. Yes, absolutely. But when I'm going to do these, I put them in a skillet on the stove because I like to get them a little brown and crispy. I like that crispiness in there too. So that's how I'm going to do mine. And these will be good. And my husband likes these too. And there we go. So that's what we used the ham up in the freezer for. Works perfect. Tracy gave me a whole bunch of sweet potatoes because she knows I love them. I think she gets them when she goes to Feeding America. But she always gives me the sweet potatoes, and I use them. Absolutely. Nothing goes to waste. Okay. These are done and ready for the freezer. Beautiful. I love that. All right, I'm going to stick these down in the freezer, and then we can move on to our, let's see, I've got the last 2 brats and sausage in there. I took care of the bacon and the other stuff. So the last thing we need to do, well, not the last thing, but the next thing we need to do is put together our chicken lasagna, which is so easy to put together. I'll show you. Okay, friends. This is fun. I'm having a ball today. I got my freezer cleaned out, made some make-ahead meals, and I did some food prep. Well, all that chicken I cooked, we're going to make it into chicken lasagna. This is good. And you know, a lot of people have asked me, do you have to pre-cook your lasagna noodles? No, friends, you don't. You don't have to buy the no-boil noodles either. A lot of people have said they don't like those. You can put your raw noodles, and I'm going to show you just how easy this is to do. And we're going to make these for our freezer. For John and I, for when we have company. So this time, I'm not putting any onions whatsoever in these. Okay? No. This is just going to be a real simple chicken lasagna. I need one more because we're going to do 3 of them. I got like 8 cups of chicken. So that'll well more than do 3. Okay. And if we have leftovers, we'll make another one. All right, so with that, we are going to put salt in here. We're going to put pepper in here, a nice amount of pepper. Put these away. We're going to do 6 eggs in here. Because I'm tripling it. These are nice and these will last in your freezer for months. You could make a big bunch of them all up at once and they'll last for months. Okay. I'm also going to put Parmesan cheese in there. Along with the little mozzarella, but I'm going to do the Parmesan cheese. And this is the real grated Parmesan cheese. This is the good stuff. Well, maybe. Maybe. I'll get it. Okay. All right. Okay, now let me get these eggs broke up a little bit. I think I got enough cheese in here. I probably don't need any more mozzarella. I got enough with the Parmesan in there. Beautiful. Okay, I had to get the rest of my goodies. That's all my home canned pasta sauce. And that is seasoned. But I'm still going to put a little bit more seasoning in here. I'm going to do a little garlic in here. Beautiful. I'm also going to do probably what's left of my... No, I don't have to put that much. I have a little bit left over. I'm going to get more Italian seasoning or mix some together. I'm also going to put a nice bunch of parsley in there. And that should be good. Okay, we're going to leave that right there. All right, friends, here we go. Let me open those. Come on. I'm only going to open 2 at a time, just in case. Okay, so we're going to put a little, look how thick that is, isn't it? Oops, that's a little too much. Actually, I'll use a different one. So I can mix it. Just spread this around on the bottom of your pan. There we go. Okay. Now, with that, put 3 on, well, 3 fit on mine. Yours might hold more, I don't know. But mine will hold 3 noodles on the bottom. Okay. And we're gonna take, not the sauce, but our chicken. And we're gonna mix this up. Look at my face. Ha! We're gonna pour that all along there. Let me mix this up a little. Okay. Now, I'm making a mess, of course, as always. Spread that around. Okay, now we'll do some more noodles. So we just keep layering it. Just keep layering it until you're at the top. Okay, friends, this is the trick. You're gonna put just about a 1/4 cup of water along the edges, okay? And that, if your sauce is really thick, you might not have to do this, but this way it'll ensure that you have got enough water in there to cook your noodles. All right, so now we're gonna do our mozzarella cheese. Okay, and I'm gonna put a good healthy 2 cups on top of each one. All right, there we go. And we are going to put the lids on these. These are beautiful. Gorgeous. They turned out wonderful. And that way, I got the chicken in the freezer cooked and used up. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to label these. Chicken lasagna. And you're going to bake it for 45 minutes at 350. At which time, if you do it this way with the uncooked noodles, you're going to want to check those noodles to make sure they are done. Otherwise, just keep it in there until the noodles are tender. That's it. That's how easy it is to put together. So I'm going to go and get these put in the freezer and get this mess cleaned up so that we can get our berry jam done. And I'll be right back. Okay, friends, remember these? These are cucuzzi squash. They're an Italian, what is it? Zucchini. Aren't they beautiful? They get the size of a baseball bat. These make a fantastic soup. These are what I made soup out of the other day in my last video. So I got more of them, and I am going to freeze these so that I can use them in the winter. And somebody asked me what I was peeling my cabbage with the other day. I'll show this to you. This is a great big, it's a big, huge peeler. I got it from that company, that Temu, I think it was. Works fabulous. Absolutely. I often thought I was going to order another one, So I have two of them just in case one breaks. I got a backup. But it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty durable, I'll tell you. I'm not going to blanch these because they're not going to last longer than a few months in my freezer. Now, if you plan on keeping them for, I think they say longer than 6 months, you're going to want to blanch them. But I don't need to do that with these because they're not going to last that long. And I'm going to do them in quarts because 1 quart would be a good size for a pot of soup for Mr. and I. Perfect. We're getting some stuff done today, friends. And I'm going to keep those right up here in my kitchen freezer because they'll be easy to get to when I want to make that soup. There we go. There we got it. I'm just labeling it cucuzzi. And I'm probably not pronouncing it right because it's just the way I am. Alright, so I'm going to put these in this freezer up here. And they'll be ready and beautiful for soup. All right, I'll get this cleaned up, friends, and then I think we should be able to get going with our jam. Okay, friends, I've got a heavy bottom pan. Okay, I do my pectin bulk. I don't use like a box of Sure Gel and do a single batch. I do a big batch. Big batch jam. Anyway, I I got this from my Amish friend a while back. But the secret is, and I've got a chart that will tell you for every cup how much pectin, how much sugar, how much lemon juice, you know, and your little pat of butter. But I got it clear up to 30 cups of berries. It just depends on how big your pan is. What the key is you don't want to fill your pan more than halfway with berries, because you're going to have the sugar in there, you're going to have the juice in there, and it will boil over on your stove. So I go just below it. This isn't a cup. I need my 1 cup. Okay. I do 1 cup measures. And I go just below my halfway mark. Now I gotta be quiet, I'll lose counts. We're at 7. 8. 9. 10 cups, and that's where I'm gonna stay. Okay, I can add to that and do a batch later, but see, you can't see it too well. I'll show you. All right, see my pan? I am just less than halfway with it. Okay, you don't want it any fuller than that. Okay, friends, you see I got all my jam in there. We're gonna slide this over. We're gonna turn this on, because we're gonna put our pectin in here. And I need a half cup for all that I'm doing. And I'll make sure that you get, I'll copy that chart somehow and get it to you. I've also got 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, and I am going to put 1 good tablespoon of butter in there, because that's what cuts down on the froth. Foam, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm going to get this all mixed in. Now this is going to need your constant attention. You can't stop stirring this at all. And we're going to bring this to a boil. And then I always let it boil for about a minute before I put the sugar in. I want to bring it to a boil that I can't stir down. So it's going to come to a good hard rolling boil. While I'm doing that, I need to get that ready. So all my stuff is ready. I've got my jars, I've got my lids, I've got my rings, I got my funnel, and then I got my sugar, so I'm all set to go. And Mr. Wayna will bring out my water bath canner when I'm ready for it. So, I'm going to stir this constantly until it comes to a boil. And then when I bring it to a boil, I'm going to let it boil for about a minute. But it's got to be a boil you can't stir down. And then I'll bring it back when I add the sugar in. Okay, we are at a boil that I can't stir down. So we're going to time this for 1 minute. There we go. We got 23 seconds left. And then we'll be putting our sugar in. Okay. There goes some of our sugar. want to put your sugar all in at once. That's 6 pounds we needed. Okay. Now see how much higher that gets with all that sugar in there? Now we're going to bring it to a boil one more time, and we're going to boil it for a minute, and then it'll be ready to jar up. Okay, that's at a boil that I can't stir down. So I'm going to do the timer. There we go. And as soon as that timer goes off, I'm going to shut that heat off right away. Okay. There we go. Our heat is off. Now, I'm going to pull this back over here off that heat. Okay, now you won't be able to see me, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing here. We're going to start jarring this up. That one's a little full, so you know what I'm going to do. There we go. Let me turn this so my handle is not in my way. Beautiful. Oh, a little bit more in there. There. And I'm just going to keep filling them like this till I get them all filled. This says it will make 18 half pints. So we'll see. Because it won't be completely full. There we go. I'm going to put this in water right away. This one's not going to get water bath because this one's going to be ours. So I'm just going to set that one aside. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to wipe these rims down. we're going to put our rings on finger tight. And the reason why I had to sanitize these jars in my dishwasher, friends, is because these are only going to process for 10 minutes. If you've got food that you're canning that takes longer than 10 minutes to process, you don't have to sanitize the jars, according to the USDA. And I trust the USDA, so that's what I do. These are going to be wonderful. Okay, there's a couple of more. I'm going to get all these done. I showed you how to do that. I'm not going to bore you to death sitting here watching me put these rings on these hot jars finger tight. I'll come back when I've got them all done. Okay, friends, my canner's hot, and I'm putting the last 2 jars for the canner in here. I got another batch to run after this, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 12 small half pints in there. So I'm gonna put the lid on that, and when this comes to a boil, I'm gonna time it for 10 minutes. And then when I'm all done with the jam, I'll bring you back and show you everything we've done today. Well, okay, friends, we are all done for the day. And wow, did we ever do quite a bit for the freezer and for the market stand. I got all these cookies baked up from the market stand. There's 12, 13, 14, 15 packages of cookies that I've got. We got 2 chicken lasagnas. We got a baked spaghetti. We got sausage and cheese breakfast sandwiches. We've got sweet potato and ham hash. We've got sausage ready for the freezer for soups. We've got bacon for BLTs. We've got kukuza for soups in the middle of the winter. I love it. And we've also got 20 jars, 20 half pints of mixed berry jam. Holy mackerel, did we have a day. And you know what, friends? I am glad you took time out of your day to share this time with me. We had a ball in the kitchen, got a lot of stuff done. I will put the recipes to all this that we made today in the description box. My cookies, no, I got recipe a few videos back. But the jam and the hash and you know, the casseroles, I'll put the recipes in the description box. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.